To your Saturday workout. Today's workout is going to be a bear complex workout, and we're going to do a Tabata style warm-up, which means 20 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest for 3 rounds. The movements that we're going to do are jumping jacks, which look like this, followed by mountain climbers, which look like this, starting in that push-up position. You're going to jump 1 foot to the outside of your ankle. Then you're going to switch feet, keeping your hips low. If you can't jump like that, step up and step back. Followed by a hollow hold, where you're going to hold for 20 seconds, your back flat on the floor, legs straight, arms overhead. If that's too difficult, you can bend one leg and then the other leg, or you can bend both legs and then reach towards your ankles. Then you're going to roll over onto your stomach, and we're going to do a Superman hold where we're using our back muscles to bring our chest and our legs off the ground, reaching up overhead. So what a bear complex is a clean into a front squat, into a push press, into a back squat, into a push press. So the movement prep we're going to do is to get you ready for that clean and the press portion of the movement. If you are using something where you're holding on to it with both hands, you're going to do 6 reps. If you're using a one-handed object, you're going to do 3 reps with each arm. So the first thing, I'm going to run through all the movements with a sandbag. You can imagine it's a barbell first, then we're going to go over with a kettlebell. So for the sandbag or barbell, you have your feet about hip width apart, back straight, chest up. Stand up tall for the deadlift. We're going to do a high pull. So drive up, pulling that weight close to you, getting those elbows up nice and high. Then we're going to do fast elbows underneath out of the high pull into that muscle clean. And back down. Then you're going to do front squats, driving those elbows up. Then we are going to do strict press. And if you're using an odd-shaped object, make sure that you can clear that object over your head and not hit yourself in the head as you're doing the presses. Then a push press, where you're going to dip, keeping that chest vertical, driving those knees out, and come back down. Remember, the most important part of the overhead movements is that abdominal brace. Now, with a kettlebell, we're going to do the same thing. So you're going to grab that kettlebell. Your feet are going to be a little bit wider. Chest up. Stand for that deadlift. 3 reps. Then switch arms. Then the high pull. So faster. And shrug and drive that elbow up high. Then the muscle clean. You're going to follow through with that high pull by punching that elbow through, getting your hand up by your face. Then you're going to hold that kettlebell in that front rack for 3 front squats. Then you're going to do a strict press. Then a push press. And again, really focus on keeping that core tight, getting your bicep close to your ear and shrugging that weight up to the ceiling. And then you're going to switch arms and do the same thing with the other side. The workout is 6 reps of bear complex if you're using 2 arms, or 3 and 3 if you're using 1 arm. The bear complex is a clean into a front squat, into a push press, into a back squat, into a push press. And it looks like this with a sandbag. So clean, front squat, push press, making sure you clear your head. We're going to back down into that back rack, back squat, making sure you don't bow down with your chest, keeping that chest up. Push press, and that's 1 rep. Then you're going to do a 30-second plank after you do 6 reps. If you're doing with a kettlebell or the dumbbell, it's going to look like so. Clean, push press. You're going to keep that kettlebell in front of you for the front rack. for that front squat. Press it up, bring it back down, let it sit on top of your shoulder for the back squat. Do a back squat, press it back up overhead, and lower it to the ground. You can do 3, and then you're going to switch sides and do the other arm. And with a dumbbell, it looks like this. Again, keep that dumbbell in front of you for that front squat. Pressing up overhead. Resting one hand or one head of the dumbbell on your shoulder like so. So it's more like a back squat. Pressing back overhead. And then returning it to the ground. So you're going to do 3 and 3. 3 on each arm. And then you're going to do a 30-second plank. So the plank, you can do a high plank, like so, making sure that your shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles are in a straight line, squeezing your heels together, squeezing your glutes. You can do a low plank on your elbows. And if that's too hard, you can drop your knees to the ground and do a knee plank for 30 seconds. And you are going to do as many rounds and reps as possible in 20 minutes. And what you're counting is the total number of reps of bear complex. We're going to do a couch stretch. And since you're at home, you're going to get to actually use a couch. For the couch stretch, you're going to have one leg in front. The other leg is going to go up on the couch, almost as if that's how they made this stretch up. You're going to sit back and try to get your heel to your butt, squeezing your glutes and your abs, getting a good stretch in your quads. We're going to hold that for a minute on each side. And then we're going to do a pretzel stretch. A pretzel stretch, you're twisting yourself up like a pretzel. So you're going to have both knees bent to a right angle. The top knee, top leg is going to go in front of you. You're going to pull that leg down towards the floor. You're going to pull your other heel towards your butt with the top arm. We're going to hold this stretch for a minute on each side.